What's going on, everybody? Marvel the Cross 316 back with another comic book flashback. And today, folks, we are looking at X-Men issue number 10. This issue came out in March of 1965. And today, folks, we are looking at the first appearance of Ka-Zar, Lord of the Jungle, as well as his saber-tooth tiger, Zabu. And so, we have a pretty cool issue to look at today. The X-Men are coming across someone they've never even met before. I mean, this is a pretty cool guy here, pretty cool character. If you know nothing about Kazar, we'll learn a little bit about him and where he's located in this issue. And so let's go ahead and get started. Today's title is The Coming of Kazar, and it's pronounced Kazar, so I'm pronouncing it correctly. And it says, featuring a fascinating journey to the world that time forgot. And this is brought to you by Stan Lee, who wrote this issue. We had Jack Kirby on the artwork, and as well as Chick Stone on the inking and Sam Rosen on the lettering page. And so let's dive on in to today's comic book flashback. And so we see that the issue begins with the X-Men and their training in the Danger Room. We see that Jean Grey is focusing and trying her best to put this gun back to its normal form. She's taking all the bolts and everything out of the gun, and she's going to use her telekinetic power to put the gun back into place. And we see that Cyclops is going to congratulate Jean on her ability as it's improving, but he's also unbelievably proud and just has a humongous crush on Jean Grey, as well, as he says, almost as unbelievable as your beauty, which leaves me breathless. And we know from past issues that Jean Grey feels the same way. And so we see that they're wondering, where the heck is Angel at? Where is Warren Worthington III? Well, they come to find out that he's in his room and he's watching TV, and Cyclops is going to say, hey man, you're supposed to be with us. You're supposed to be working on your postgraduate work. But what Angel has to show the X-Men is very important. Something very peculiar is going on here in Antarctica. And in Antarctica, there was this man in a loincloth with a saber-tooth tiger. Now, saber-tooth tigers are supposed to be extinct, but for some reason this video footage shows that there is still one living. And who the heck is this man running around in freezing temperatures, nothing on but a loincloth? And so the X-Men are going to report to Professor Xavier, and Professor Xavier says, no, this is not a mutant, because my Cerebro machine would have said otherwise, but Washington has alerted me about this, and I'm going to send you all to Antarctica to look at this. Y'all haven't gone on a mission for a while, and so here you go. Here's your mission. And they're all just happy to go on this mission. Finally, they can go and travel somewhere they've never been before. And we see Cyclops is going to stay behind, and he's going to talk to Professor Xavier about everything he needs to do to lead his team to success. And so the X-Men are going to make it to Antarctica, and it's so cold that Angel is not going to be able to even fly. And they come across this humongous hole in the ground, and they're like, well, if Kazar, whoever this Kazar is, if he fell in the ground, then he must have died already. But what we see here is Cyclops shoots some of his Arctic blast, causing this geyser of snow to shoot up, and it allows the X-Men to go into this tunnel. And as they continue to walk in this tunnel, they come across all of these ancient skeleton bones here. And then that Angel is going to come across flying pterodactyls, folks. What in the world is going on here? I thought dinosaurs were supposed to be extinct. Well, not according to the Savage Land. That is where the X-Men have landed here, folks, as they're going to come across these prehistoric animals here. I mean, this is something that would cause scientists to lose their heads here. And all of a sudden, they see some of these primitive warriors mounted on these carnivorous birds, and they're racing after the X-Men. And as the X-Men are uh, attacked, we see that Marvel Girl is going to be taken hostage. And so now it is the X-Men's sole purpose to save Marvel Girl. And here is where we're going to meet Ka-Zar and Zabu. He says, "I am Ka-Zar." Now, Ka-Zar has some broken English. He's not good with communication here. And he thinks that the X-Men are his enemies, so he sends Zabu to attack them. Iceman uses some of his power on Zabu, but Ka-Zar is going to break him out of that ice. And I mean, Ka-Zar is like a one-man army. He's hard to take down, but all of a sudden, in comes this one warrior named Magor. He is the last of the Man-Ape tribe, and Ka-Zar takes him down pretty easily, as we see. In the X-Men now, what they need to do to save Marvel Girl is they need to team up with Ka-Zar. So Ka-Zar agrees to team up with the X-Men to save Marvel Girl, and that's where we're going to see where Angel has already flown trying his best to find Marvel Girl. He comes across this humongous dinosaur. I mean, this is marvelous stuff. All of a sudden, Angel is caught inside of this net, and now these warriors, these swamp men, have Angel as well, and they plan to sacrifice Angel and Marvel Girl. I mean, this is not good, folks. How are they going to get out of this predicament? Well, what is going to be the sacrifice? This Tyrannosaurus Rex, this T-Rex, is going to be served to them on a silver platter, folks. I mean, and what the heck is going to happen now? Because they're both scared to death. I would be too if I came across a T-Rex. But we see here that the X-Men are traveling as fast as they can to save their friends. Ka-Zar tells Zabu something, and Zabu runs away. Don't know exactly what he said, but we see here that finally Marvel Girl is going to give a little bit of a push to the Tyrannosaurus Rex, allowing Angel to have his ropes freed from him. And he then takes Marvel Girl in his arms, but these men grab a hold of Angel's legs here. And meanwhile, the X-Men are trying their best to scale this building. We see, or this wall. We see Beast is able to get up first here, and he is going to be the first to attack these swamp men. The other X-Men are going to find another exit or entrance to get into, and so Cyclops uses his power here. And so, how are they going to get inside of this wall? Well, we see that Ka-Zar sends out his rallying cry, and in comes this humongous speeding mastodons here. I mean, and they are here to crash the party. And so Ka-Zar and the X-Men are going to team up, and they're going to take down these swamp men to save Marvel Girl. And we see Cyclops is like, "Jean, you're all right. Thank heavens you're not harmed. You're safe." And she thinks, is that the normal concern of a leader for an ally? Or do I detect another note in his voice, one that I've been longing to hear? He unties her and is going to save Beast. Angel saves Beast. And Ka-Zar is then going to lead the X-Men back to the point of entry and tells them and warns them to not return. And so that is how we end this issue, folks. I hope you liked the first appearance of Ka-Zar in this issue. If you've seen my other videos, you already seen Ka-Zar appear. But this is his first appearance, X-Men issue number 10. I hope you liked it. So go ahead now, if you don't mind, giving me a like on this video. That'd be much appreciated. Comment down below what you think about this issue. Subscribe if you have not. And as always, keep reading comics.